Hello, everybody. Y'all, I was waiting. I was like, why is it not turning red? My bad, y'all. Hello. It's so good to see you guys. We are here for our first Thursday night, right? Trivia night. And thankfully to the lovely Casey, who is our special guest host tonight. It will be Throwback Thursday trivia, and she came up with some great questions. So I'm going to let her start off with introducing herself, and we'll all go around and kind of get in tonight.
Hi, everyone. I'm Casey. I'm normally in the chat for these lovely events put on by Shay, but I offered to do some trivia questions for y'all tonight, so I hope you like them. I don't really have content on my YouTube channel, but if you want to check out my podcast, that's Umbrella Genre. You could find it on most podcast platforms. My co-host Naomi and I read books under the speculative fiction umbrella, and we talk about them, and it's a lot of fun.
Hello, Tube. I am Britt. My channel is Britt Writerly. It is a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. I post monthly writing blogs, bookish content from like actual reviews, very rare, to like book talks where it's more conversational, my bag, and original content. Right now it's poetry. So hop on over there. The latest one is My People Perish in Another Lamentation for Black Life. So that's what's up there. I was going to tell y'all something, but it's not really relevant. I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of not. So like, progress on the channel. Hit the like button of anything that you watch. If you like the flow and you want to commit to being in an internet relationship, then you hit that big red button and we can be internet friends. Tiny Scribe, take it away.
She gets me with that every time. It looks like
you know it's coming.
She's a stewardess on board an aircraft like this.
And Cache will tell you, I will show you quickly the what, the block, and gain 3 years to my life. I'll live forever through you.
She will
come at me if you want.
Off this flight, okay? Anyway. Hi, everybody. I'm Tiny Scribe. Call me Kaylee. My stature is tiny. My words are not. I write sci-fi and paranormal romance. You can find me on YouTube. I normally stream like on Fridays, but I haven't been lately because I've been, I don't know if anyone's, seen me posting 50 billion times about it. We have a Trevor Project Write-a-thon next Saturday, and we've got Shay hosting, we've got Grayson hosting with me, and we've got a bunch of people. Please continue to look at my Instagram and Twitter to get more information about that. I'm looking forward to that. So that's what I've been like encompassed with for the past week and a half.
Yeah, so on that week, it'll be a Saturday, May 8th. I'll be doing my short story Saturday an hour early to like accommodate the schedule. And so it'll be just like a normal write-a-thon day. So super duper excited for that. And y'all know me, I'm Cache. This is my channel, Shay with the Hobbies. I write short stories, poetry, and the occasional blog post. I did finish a new draft of a story last week, got it to my CPs. So excited, because if y'all remember, y'all gonna get to vote on the next story that I put on Wattpad. So be looking out for that this upcoming month. But let's say hi to everybody. Ooh, that was a little wild there. Let's say hi to everybody and get into the trivia tonight. Kaylee in here first. Evening, all. Laura in the kitty cat. So good to see you. Yo, one of the three fictioneers, Michael C.B. Chin, our resident poet. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Dejana, hey, queen. Thank you for showing up. Man, I'm already like intrigued to see how this trivia night is gonna go, because I feel like it's going to be chaotic and fun, and I'm so ready for it.
I'm sober, it's fine.
Laura said, did you ever get a chance to listen to the song? Oh, okay, y'all talking about it. Okay. Definitely tell me what if you like it once you hear it. Author JC, is good to see you. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well tonight and doing well. Shenanigans will be done, I'm sure. Ooh, okay. Mood lighting over there. I see you.
I'm actually nursing a little bit of a headache, so the light will come on and off, and just know that my brilliance shines through any darkness.
Is this when I say, look behind you, there's a serial killer?
I'm not about to play with any of y'all right now. Hasbro Tapala says, good morning, lovely people. Good morning. I am guessing that you are on the other side of the world. How is the other side of the world treating you? Petra, hey, love. Thanks for coming. Marta Mary. So is that Sade or Sade? Like, how do you say that? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right because I'm curious. But it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, talking about the song still. Diana, hello. That smile on that doggy always, like, it just does everything. It makes me laugh. Jenna, it's good to see you. Hope you are having a good day. While I'm getting through these, how is everybody's camp going? Like, because, we only got today and tomorrow. And by today, I mean like 3 more hours. You abandoned it?
I got about 8,000 words for the month, but I abandoned it. I was like, I'm done now.
Yeah, with driving to work every day, like that's 2.5-ish hours out of my day that I do not have right now. And that's just so much.
It is. It's work. It's really work.
So once I manage to move, more writing will happen again, but I'm forgiving myself a lot right now.
Hey, you know what I always say? You got to extend yourself some grace. For sure. Martha, it's so good to see you. For those of you guys who don't know, May is coming, and for May, I am bringing back Self-Care Sundays. I know I've been saying it, and y'all, there's been a lot going on, but Martha will be helping me host. We will be doing Creation Self-Care Saturdays. So that will start Sundays. I don't know why I said Saturdays. Sundays. That will start this Sunday. It will be on my channel at 3:11 p.m. and then we'll alternate from our channels. So if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to her channel so you can be there when we do that. Deja, hello. How are you? I cannot stand you for this private chat. Not you, Deja. I just looked over and read the private chat, and I just cannot even. It's good to see you, Queen. I hope you have had a great week. Hey, boo. With the new avatar, I hope you have had a good week. Did you finish the Kingdom of Gods? We need to talk if you have. I have questions. The brother Sid, thank you so much for stopping through. Appreciate you. For those of you guys who don't know, Sid put out a 25-minute timer. We will be using it tonight. I'm super excited about that. Definitely make sure to check it out. We're almost to the end. Congrats. I know, man. And like, I feel like the way that it is now is so much better than the first draft. And I like that feeling, right? Like, I hate when you like read a draft and you're like, no, the last one was better. Like, oh, this one, it like brings it together. You like, oh, these friends really got like a attitude relationship going back and forth. And one of them, you be like, yes. The other one, you be like, boo, what are you thinking? Like, they make you feel stuff. So yeah. Alice, can't stay, just came to drop a like and wish everyone a good time writing. Thank you so much for showing up. Stephanie, I finished my Camp Nano goal last week. Woo, woo, woo. Congratulations. The second one you said my last name is correct, Sade. Okay, but to be honest, you're welcome to say however you like. Oh, I try to be as respectful as I can, but thank you. Morgan, how are you? I hope all is well. I know I was watching the other day when you were like prepping before your doctor's appointment, so I hope everything is well your way. Great to see you. What do you do for Self-Care Sunday? So I'm going to be crocheting. I'm pretty sure Martha will probably be drawing or something like that, something artistic. So I've crocheted, I've colored. We've done like face masks and like painting our nails and stuff and just chit chatting. So whatever it is that you need to do for self-care on Sunday. Alice said, I hit 85K for the month and decided to give myself a break for the next 2 days. Self-care Sundays are awesome. Awesome. First of all, I feel like I didn't read, like I read it, but I didn't comprehend that you said 85K. That's 85,000 words, and there's still 2 days left in the month. How, Sway? How? Just saying. If you know, you know. Self-care Sundays are awesome. Yes. Okay, good. Alice is a champion. I haven't yet, no, but that's on my agenda for tomorrow. We'll have to chat about it soon. Okay. All right. No rush. No rush. All right. So we will. Okay. So Casey, do you want to? Oh, well, no. I guess name the 4 categories, and then we get to pick which one we're gonna get the question from.
Yeah. So do you have it up on your screen already, or do you want me to pull it up?
Okay. I can. Right here. All right.
Yeah. So go through one slide. All right. So how this will work, and you guys can play, for those of us that are just in the chat tonight, feel free to play along, but you'll want to grab something to write with and write on. Oh, it's just me on the screen.
Well, I was trying to get it to where it was like you and that, but apparently it won't let me do you and that instead of that. So we'll just go back to this.
Okay.
So people can see you while you're explaining. My bad.
There's 9 rounds. We probably won't get to all of them tonight, but I wanted to give everyone some variety. There'll be 5 questions for each round. You'll just write down your answers, and then we'll go do a sprint. And I'll have the Shay will have the questions scrolling through the sprint if you need a little time to think about them. And then when we come back, we'll do the answers, and you'll just tally up your scores. It's on the honor system. When I play trivia with my group on Saturday, we're kind of like, spelling does not matter. If you thought it, it counts. We kind of argue with each other a little bit sometimes about like, does this count or does this not? So I'm here for whatever. But if you want to go to the next slide, Shay, we can see the categories for the night. Whoops. So we have 80s movies, the most uplifting songs according to science, who wrote this, which is full of titles that came out in the 80s. Then we have the Disney Renaissance, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and Nickelodeon. And those are our categories that are in the 90s, since this is Throwback Thursday trivia. And then I don't know about y'all, but I went to the middle school in the early 2000s. So that's what middle school dance party is about, is music from the early 2000s. And then we have 2000s memes, because you got to have some memes. And then I was trying to find a third category for the 2000s. So I was like looking at general trivia, and there were so many like disaster trivia things. So I was like, we're going to do a round about panicking in the 2000s. Because seriously, we did a lot of panicking. Like, how have we not out-panicked ourselves?
Y2K. Like, there was just so much. So much. Also, there are like some of these that I'm not going to do well in at all. Like, I have never read anything Harry Potter. So, like, I'm already like, oh, there's a whole category. Woo! I love it. This is going to be fun.
Shay, you had the suggestion that we do a quick warm-up sprint, and whichever of our lovely co-hosts did the most words got to pick the first category. Is that something we still want to do?
Yeah, I think that should still be a thing. Also, my computer is saying your battery is low. Girl, put it on the charger. So that's about to be a thing that I do. I am with that. So, with that being said, there is a timer.
Word processor.
And let's see. Y'all want to see what y'all can do in 5 minutes, or y'all want to do 10?
I say let's do 5. What do you guys think?
5 sounds good. I haven't seen Sid's new timer, so let's do it.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I thought it had a 25-minute timer.
He did
a 25-minute timer too.
Oh, okay. I just heard you completely wrong.
Yeah, I was just looking at the list of timers.
We asked him for more timers, and he just like delivered.
Right. He was like, "I got y'all."
Good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So it's in the long one. There we go. All right. It's up there. And make sure I wasn't missing too much conversation. I feel like. Okay. Everybody saying hi. Alice is amazing. Okay, Morgan said my doctor's appointment went well. Crohn's disease is still in remission. So yay! That's awesome. Fantastic to hear. I'm just knowing I'll fail the 80s. I wasn't even alive. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think anybody on this screen was alive in the 80s. So that's the whole point. Right. I'm a 90 baby. And I'm like 2 weeks from 91 baby. So there's that. So I'm with you. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so with that, y'all remember the categories, right? We got them up here. And then also, so the first category, the person who has the most words gets to pick. But also, the person in the chat with the most words gets to pick the next category. So y'all have something y'all got to work for too. It's not just us, y'all. But okay. Yeah, Nickelodeon, that's me. I got you for Nickelodeon. Let it be Nickelodeon or Disney. I got you. And ooh, if we had a UPN category, haha, you wouldn't beat me. You wouldn't beat me. That's all I'm saying. Okay, y'all. All right, in 3, 2, 1, y'all write them words. All right. How did everybody do? Let us know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do? Also, that ended so fast. It went straight into the next one. I didn't even see. I was like, oh, dang, it's ready. But I forgot I had the playlist up. So my bad, y'all.
I got 244.
I wasn't writing. But I was doing writing related activities, like, stuff for the May 8th Trevor Project Write-a-thon. I'm going to keep plugging that all night, and I don't care.
You're fine. You can plug it all night. How many did you get, Britt?
I'm not sure, but I'm in a more revisionary place in this chapter. So I probably wrote 50 words and moved more words around than I actually wrote. I don't know why in hindsight I got so excited when you said that we were going to do this little competition, because I knew that I didn't really have that much to write. I don't know what happened.
So we can do a plan B for this first round.
Why plan B? You won. Or how many words did you get, Kesha?
I know all of the answers, Britt.
Oh, that is true.
Wait, how many words did you get, Kesha?
I didn't get none. So Britt won. So
well,
Britt
won. Exactly. What?
Absolutely.
Right.
Category.
Underdog for the win.
Britt gets to pick then.
That's how that works. Because I was like I legit. So I had to plug the computer in. Then I was like, okay, bathroom break time. And then I was like, all right, let me set up the camera and move it around and get ready to record. That took the whole 5 minutes, y'all. So there were no words. So I was like, it's okay. I'm hosting, so I should pick the first category anyway.
All right, Britt, which category do you want?
We're going to Disney. Every single time I have to pick something. Yes.
Okay. So does everyone have something to write with and to write on? Britt, you've got a lot of static going on.
Yeah, it's because you're typing while you're doing, when you type and do that.
just so you know. Okay. So if anybody come in the last... I didn't even hear you. Oh, she said Disney Renaissance.
Disney Renaissance.
If anybody's come in the last couple of minutes, how it works is don't type anything out in the chat. We're going to go through the questions. You'll write down your answers. And then when we come back from the next sprint, we'll go through the answers. So it's on the honor system. If you thought the answer, but you didn't write it down, that's fine. Spelling doesn't count. All that's good. So Shay, if you actually click on the Disney Renaissance icon, it should take us to the first question for that round.
Okay.
There we go. All right. So I'll read them out just in case anybody's having trouble with reading tonight. Though there's some dispute over which they are, what is the film that started the Disney Renaissance and what is the film that ended it?
I'm sure glad I didn't pick this category.
So what's the first film in the Disney Renaissance and what's the last film in the Disney Renaissance?
I don't even know what the Disney Renaissance really is. I just wanted to sing a song.
I'm sorry.
This is backfiring.
There will be some singing opportunities, I think, in this round.
So
I'm good at every opportunity.
I'm gonna get you. I swear.
This is interesting because, I don't know. I know what the oldest Disney movie that I like is. And I know that it's considered a classic, one of the ones that are in the vault and whatnot. But that
there was a period where Disney almost went bankrupt, and I know that's why they call it the Renaissance, because then a new movie came out and sparked everyone's interest in Disney again. But I can't remember what movie it was.
So, I'm gonna go with okay. So the Renaissance was sparked by the one that got everybody in it. Back into Disney?
So try and think about one. I will give you a hint. It was one of the ones that came out in the late 80s. That started it.
Okay, well then that changes mine because the one I put came out well before that. So I'm gonna go with
the Disney Renaissance is post Black Cauldron, which I believe came out in 1985. That is the movie that nearly bankrupted Disney Animation, because it was almost given an R rating, it was so dark. The uncut version was like so dark that people were like, we cannot show this to children. I'm not even sure if we can show it in theaters. So think about that. Don't put anything in the chat. Don't put anything in the chat.
All right. See, there's somebody like I was already there, but yeah, I think I got like.
Okay.
So it's like what started it and then what ended it.
What started it and what ended it, and then we'll have Keshe. You were going to put these on a banner while we're doing.
Yeah, so that people can
so if you miss a question, don't worry, you'll see it later. So if you go to the next slide, we'll do the next question.
You said what now?
If you go to the next slide, there's a couple more questions in the round.
Okay.
So number 2, which lyricist known for his Broadway work on shows like Brigadoon and Little Shop of Horrors defined the Disney Renaissance with his understanding of musical theater composition?
Girl, I just want to say I would have never been able to come up with these questions. You the trivia queen over here, because I thought I was gonna have a fighting chance. I don't think I know either one of these. I don't think I know either one. This is gonna give some time.
He wrote the lyrics to at least 3 really well-known, like Beauty and the Beast. He did most of the lyrics on Aladdin. He was partners with Alan Menken, who did all of the composition. But this guy really defined the way we think about animated movies. He's still being felt in his influence. So.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to go to the next question?
Yeah, give me a second. Well, I'm trying to figure out, because you only get 200 characters to put them on the screen.
Oh.
I can't put all the questions up there. So we'll have to just start with one.
I'm too wordy. Some of the other rounds are very quick questions. So these ones got a little bit more complicated.
Okay, we'll just go with trivia number 1, which is this one, and then we'll go to the next one. So now I got it typed in. We got it scrolling. There we go. All right. So I still need time to think. So this is gonna be a longer sprint because I still don't know if my answer is right for this. So when we get to saying what everybody did during that, because the next person gets to pick the person who did the most gets to pick the second category. So let's see.
In the chat, right?
Yeah, in the chat. Okay. So Deja said, I'm going to be doing homework this stream. I'm in final season. Ooh, prayers going up. I know finals is not. Ooh. So they says I wasn't born in the 80s either. I was an early 90s baby, so this should be fun, right? 1990, woo woo woo, the best year ever. Jabria is here, and Dre is here, and Priestess is here. So many people. All y'all doing homework tonight? Proud of y'all. All right, so we got 62, 170. It is a KC on screen. Oh, dang, that jumped fast. Do I get a point if I guess one of the movies in that question? Yeah, for sure. If you get one, for sure you get a point for that.
Yeah, that's like a 2-point question. Because it's about 2 varied things. So, yeah. Right.
Priestess says, shocker, I'm not writing. They said, no worries, just read my textbook. I understand that. 58 words for Diana. 113 for Petra. 21 for Laura. Keelan, hello. OMG, jumping in at the perfect time. We're talking about Disney, woo, right? The movie that started it, no idea which ended it, right? I know, right? Do I still get a point? Yeah, we got to that one. I love it. I feel smart because I know the answers. Right? I suddenly feel like I did when I was little watching Jeopardy and realized I didn't know anything at all. Right? Like Jeopardy will have you being like, oh, I'm not nearly as intelligent as I thought I was. Hey, Eva, good to see you. Let's see, 1996. You guys are probably gonna kill me, but I didn't like Disney, so I don't know any of this. See, so I don't know any of this because I didn't really know Disney history. Like I knew like the Disney movies that I watched and liked, but like I don't really know history like that. My daughter was born in 96, gets her cat. Yeah, see, like even my little sister, she was born in 93. So like I was like, oh, we're all friends here, no murder allowed. I'm editing tonight, thankful for the sprint, so I'm so unmotivated, but I think I'd rather watch a Disney movie now. You know, and if that's Casey's fault, that's Casey's fault. Is all I'm saying is that is Casey's fault if that happens. All right, y'all, let us get into this sprint. Let me get the timer back up here. We are going to use the 20-minute timer this time, and then we're going to use the 25. Nope, don't you dare start before I want you to start. Okay. Oh, and it counts down with me. I forgot. All right, y'all. In 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words. us know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do?
No words. I don't think we can count tweets as words, but I got out some tweets.
Nice.
537 for me.
Nice. I got 176. Okay, so this would be the time where you would put your answer to the question in your display name so that everybody can see what our final answers are.
I did pretty good. I got 294.
Yay.
So, doggy. So yeah, doing pretty well. I was trying to get to a particular part, but this headache is gripping me, and I'm close enough. So we're gonna take close enough for 500, Alex. And I'm probably gonna make some scrambled eggs next sprint. Just putting that out.
Scrambled eggs actually sound really good.
It's like I should make something more substantial, but it's 11 o'clock where I am, and eating real things like with carbs gives me weird dreams if I do it too late at night. So we're just gonna take some good old fashioned lightweight protein and start turning down the digestive system for the night.
Hey, makes sense. Makes sense. All right, Britt, you gonna put your answers up
Put them where?
in your name?
Oh yes, I told y'all this was going to happen. First, okay. Edit name.
Titan one.
The other one, I don't even know the man's name, but the guy that did the music for Tarzan.
Phil Collins.
Yeah.
I think your answer's wrong, but I commend you on remembering Phil Collins.
I think if I had not been watching Tarzan this past weekend, that would not have even happened.
Which is funny because Kaylee has the right answer. It's The Little Mermaid and Tarzan. And I like how you combined two titles, Britt, between The Little Mermaid and The Rescuers Down Under.
I know.
I was still gonna ask what the little. I was like, do you mean The Borrowers? I have questions because The Borrowers is a different movie.
Kate, you have been correcting me for months now. You know I don't know no names.
This is number 2.
Howard Ashman.
Howard Ashman is correct for number 2.
I just want to sing.
Yeah.
How
I
about
don't know.
what if we take a break from Disney Renaissance and head over to Middle School Dance Party? Because I think
I am on my way. Come away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. Eliza, I've got so much on my plate. We can all go stay with my father.
Oh my gosh, let's not do this.
I will say.
go back to the beginning. No, you're gonna show the answers to me.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't know what I'm. I don't know what I'm doing, girl. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I was trying to get to the top. I'm sorry. How do I get to the top?
So stop sharing your screen, and then where just you can see it, go to the top.
See, all I saw was questions. I didn't even realize there were answers. I never saw answers.
I set it up. I set it up because we were going to go through 5 questions, and then we could leave it there, and then there's the 5 answer slides afterwards. So on the last answer slide, there's a link to go back to the beginning, because I was like, that's how we're going to go through.
At the beginning with you.
I ain't know.
Wait,
who got the most words the last time? It looked like a
wonderful journey.
I'll be there when the world stops turning. I'll be there when the ride is through. At the end, I want to be standing at the beginning.
Why do I associate that more with like Sailor Moon than Anastasia? Because that was in the Anastasia credits.
Because I was like, what are they singing? Like,
don't be a hater.
I was like,
Anastasia.
Actually, it's not even Disney. It's Anastasia. But
No,
okay.
no. So I actually know this. Oh my gosh.
Tell me.
I'm basking. Okay, so it's a Pixar movie, and it was like super successful, like almost more successful than Disney movies. And then the T is Disney bought Pixar, and so now they own Anastasia. And I'm just like, Disney is so petty.
Hold on.
It's owned by Fox, no?
20th Century Fox.
No, Disney owns that now, right?
Disney
Yeah,
does
but they
own that
bought
now.
Pixar first, and then
by
Fox
20th Century Fox. So you're right.
There we go.
You're
We're just
right
gonna dwell on you're right.
Your work was wrong.
We're just gonna. Are you that math teacher who takes off at the corners? You're like, actually, you're supposed to divide and not multiply. Even though you got the right answer, somehow it's wrong. Are you that math teacher?
I'll give you the point, but all right. I know we said we go to the chat
for me.
For this one, but for Brit's for all of our self-esteem, click on middle school dance party cachet, and I think we can go through all 5.
For my self-esteem? Whose milkshake brings other boys to the yard?
I know this one.
So there's gonna be clues to the songs. Write down the artist.
okay, well then we could do all these in one thing, right?
Yes, you can.
Which
La,
artist
la,
claims that he
la,
would
la,
change his life to better suit the mood for his Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa because she's so smooth?
Hold on, I gotta sing this to you. My Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa. That's how he sings it in the song.
Okay.
Lord, you're so smooth.
Who's looking so crazy in love?
2 points if you can get both of them.
What band apologized to Miss Jackson saying they never meant to make her daughter cry?
Ooh, I
Don't you
am
take
for
off all your
real.
clothes because it's getting hot in here.
All right, leave it there because there's the answer.
Oh well, technically,
You were such
it
a
wasn't
bad
the
moderator.
answer. Technically, I saw it and it wasn't the answer. That's not how you spell that person's name because they was.
Oh, now you're
I
the
be
math
knowing.
who's checking
I be
answers.
knowing.
This is so interesting.
Right.
Right.
So yeah,
So
I know all the answers to all of these except for one because I don't think I've ever heard that song before. But
all right,
Yeah, the Spanish Harlem one, I'm like,
yeah.
Wait,
you have heard it. I promise you have heard it. So for the people just coming in on the chat, don't put your answers in the chat. Write them down, and you can score yourselves after. Or do we want to do it just now, or do we want to do another sprint?
Let's just do it right now, and then we'll do.
Is there another question besides this one? Because I didn't see it. I was frozen.
There were 5 questions.
We're gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it, and everybody's gonna get like time to like do it. But Stephanie, you get to pick the next category because you did have the most words in there.
Yes.
Let's get like to everybody. So everybody has a chance to look at this question, and then I'll say put the answer, and then everybody got seconds to put the answer up. Okay. So you got time to think while we go through these. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so Dejana said, got to break into 3 of my plotting. That's awesome. Laura got 110 words. Diana got 142. Oh, and that was a big jump. And it didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Okay, Sandra got 292. I'm slowing down. Missy LG, first of all, can we talk about this avatar? I love it. Come through. Yes. Missy, I don't think I've seen you before, but come through with your 355. I had 1.5 pages edited for Keelan. Okay. 287 jump. I love it. Hey, y'all doing a little too much over here. Sorry about that. Y'all know Titan be acting like he don't got no kind of home training. I've been trying to figure out Wonder Draft map making software.
Hey Shay, real
dang.
quick. We still got
I
the
feel
banner
like
going.
Stephanie won again. 685 words. Chandra said, I need 880 to make my goal for Cam Nano. Oh, we're going to get that. Diana says, The Little Mermaid and Tarzan. Alan Meckin. Well, you got 2 points. So good job, Diana. Kate says, 523 for me. And on the last chapter, I need to finish for camp. Y'all are killing it tonight. The Little Mermaid, Tarzan, Treasure Planet. I never saw Treasure Planet, but that was a good answer. Little Mermaid, Tarzan, Howard Ashman. Look at y'all knowing stuff. I like this. Like his name is Ashman. Ash is something. This Ash something. I love it. See, I would have never guessed Tarzan either.
There's actually a really cool video on YouTube by a channel called Sideways talking about like one of the reasons why Tarzan kind of ended the Disney Renaissance and how it relates to the music. And how even though Phil Collins is a really good songwriter and a really good musician, he did not write maybe the best musical in terms of like how the musicals had been structured before. Go watch it. It's a great watch. Sideways is amazing.
That soundtrack is amazing, though.
It is amazing.
Yes. Hey, Mia, so good to see you. Yeah, you came in. They was belting. All right, Jabria said, I'm turning in relatively early tonight. Catch y'all on the next stream. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. Disney owns everything now. You're right. Disney now owns Fox. It was their most recent acquisition. Yes, Anastasia was originally made by Fox. Nice. Okay. All right. So we are getting to the answer to the first question. Everybody on the screen, you have time to change your answer. Don't select enter until I say enter. And then we'll all like have our answers up there. If my thing will let me.
I'm thinking about how to optimize the PowerPoint for next time if we do this again.
Right. So we know like what works best for StreamYard, right? This is the draw run. It's the first time. All right, we ready? And 3, 2, 1. Post your name. Khalees. Woo, 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 woo. Right?
Yes, that is the correct answer.
Yeah, it's Khalees. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and you're like,
Kay did get that. It's okay.
I can teach you. Okay, so 2.
Which artist
croons that he would change his life to better suit the mood of his
Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa? I swear to God, you've heard this song.
I know
and that's exactly how he says it.
I know it. I think I know it.
Because Lord, you're so smooth. And it's good enough. I would give my world to lift you up. I would change.
Singing, and this sounds no more familiar than it did a second ago. So,
well, I think normally for rounds like this,
nothing from this.
Normally for rounds like this, I would actually play the song, but I was like, I ain't giving Shay no copyright strikes.
Man,
so.
Right? We don't need that.
I know it. I know it.
Oh well, let's just put it on the thing. Let's just do it.
Yeah, everybody, get ready to change your name. Okay.
Wow, you even had both of them there, Kaylee. Yes, it is Santana and Rob Thomas.
And what's the song?
Smooth.
Yeah, never
Just like the ocean under the moon.
It's the name of the emotion that I want you. You got the
love it, not
be so smooth.
Yeah.
Give me your heart,
make it real.
Just forget about it.
No,
What's funny is that you were so sure that Cache and I were going to know it after you sang it.
I never heard it before.
You've never heard Smooth.
I've never heard the only Santana song who's not Jewels that I've ever heard is Maria Maria, or however, like that one. That's the only.
He did it around the same time, but Santana did it with Rob Thomas instead of the other guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know. All right, let's see. Did anybody get that? Nope, never heard it. Right? Okay, right.
Okay.
Never heard it either. I was like, okay, let me make sure I'm not tripping. Right.
Maybe
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll do this last one, and then we'll do a sprint. Stephanie, if you're still here, let us know which category you want the next questions to come from. Okay. Who's looking so crazy in love? I feel like this is a super easy one, so everybody should get this one.
I feel you gotta kind of balance out the questions between stuff that's maybe a little bit more obscure and stuff that's maybe
okay. Well, no, so we won't do that one. I will do this one. What band apologized to Miss Jackson saying they never meant to make her daughter cry? And
Miss Jackson.
bonus points if you know who actually says that part of the song. All I'm saying.
Ooh, Stephanie picked Nickelodeon for our next round.
I love it. Okay, so get ready to change your name.
I'm probably wrong, but this is the best I got, man.
Who did you pick? I can't see
Okay,
the
and
comments.
1, 2, 3. Let's change the name. And let's show what we got.
Oh, yeah, Outcast.
You know it was Andre 3000 though, so you could have
Right, you know it was 3 stacks, so you good. You know it was 3
Okay,
stacks.
I was like, why did I think that it was him? Yes.
Right, yeah, no, because it's actually him that says it.
Oh, bonus points.
Right, bonus
Cool.
point.
Okay, I'm still in.
I think you knew it was Outcast. I think you get both points for that.
Right. I just,
I'll accept it.
I love it. Outcast. Okay, y'all, let us get into another 20-minute sprint so people can get their goals. Yeah, come on now. We know.
Keep your heart at 3 stacks. Keep your heart.
Man, first of all, if you have not seen the vlog where I go floating on the river and it's 5 of us just randomly like quoting that part of the song, you just don't know. If you don't know the International Players Anthem, get your life.
I just had that song.
I choose you, girl. Yes.
I've just had that song stuck in my head because I'm writing a fanfic that takes place in the early 2000s. And there's somebody with the last name Jackson in there. So at one point, people are serenading them like with "I'm sorry, Miss Jackson."
Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a million times. Me and your daughter got a special thing going on. You say it's puppy love.
What?
We say it's full grown.
Hey.
I'm just saying. Also, if y'all have never watched, with all due offense, talk about Young Thug and him saying that he didn't know who Andre 3000 was, bruh, it is the most funniest trolling of Young Thug I've ever seen. Also, it makes it very clear that you know a whole bunch of Outcasts. You know who Andre 3000 is. Like, don't.
It's like I'm white, and even I know who Andre 3000 is.
Right.
If nothing else.
First of all, hold on. How you gonna be in hip hop and don't know who Andre 3000 is? Stop there. Like, stop your lying, bro. Like,
stop your lying.
The disrespect these new artists have. Let me tell you.
That's the real tea.
Man, because first of all, there are very few, if any, in my opinion, lyricists better than Andre 3000. Like, if you actually listen to him lyrically, very few people are touching him. Like, very few. But that's
what's cooler than being cool, y'all?
Ice cold. Man. All right. We got 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words.
I'm sick.
know how you did in the comments. How did my lovely co-host do?
I got some dinner. Late dinner.
Yeah, it's super late and I need to grab some dinner, so I feel that.
I got a snack, checked on my cat, tried to make her take some medicine again, didn't go over well. And then I wrote about 180 words by my calculations. Got a second snack because we need it, apparently.
Right.
So,
I got 105 words. Got some more things like figured out story-wise, like, ooh, let me sprinkle this clue in. Also, this boy needs to, act a tiny bit like curious of why you're going out with this friend's invitation and not mine, and we've known each other longer. So that conversation is happening. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm unmuted. Okay. Hello. I made eggs, and I also made a smoothie on a whim.
Hey, do what you gotta do. All right. So, everybody got the answer for number 5?
Yes, I'm gonna peace out.
Okay.
So this headache don't get full grown on me. So I'm gonna feed it some protein and some fruit, and then I'm going to detach from screens. So I'm Britt. My channel is Britt Writerly. It's a book and author tube where I talk about the intersections of literature and culture. I do bookish content like reviews seldom and talks a little bit less seldom, writing blogs monthly, and original content like poetry also monthly. Right now it's poetry. And the latest one is My People Perish, another limitation for Black life. Yeah. Click around, thumbs up whatever you like, leave a little heart on whatever you watch. And if you like a couple of videos and you think you like the vibe and you want to join the writerly wave, then hit that big red button. We can be what? Internet friends. All right, good people, good night. Take care of your writing. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Have a good night. So I saw this immediately and laughed because so did you look up With All Due Offense talking about it? Because if not, I can drop it in the chat so you can see it. Because like he legit goes through and like says lyrics to every song. He's like, you don't know, ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. You ain't never heard that? You ain't never heard Shake It Like a Polaroid Picture, all the Beyoncés and Lucy Lou's. And like he does that for like all the songs that we know by Outkast. And it's like hilarious. Okay, y'all, I'll drop it. Okay. A second. It's hilarious. Also, okay, so the answer to question number 5, Casey.
Sorry, was that a question directed at me?
Well, yeah, well, like to the answer to the question that's scrolling on it, because I'm looking for the video, so I can't necessarily.
Nelly, once you take off all your clothes because it's getting hot.
I am getting so hot, I won't take my clothes off. My grandma.
I'm just remembering 13-year-old Kaylee dancing to this, like it was entirely inappropriate, and yet I loved it.
Yeah, no, my grandma.
I was thinking about.
Okay.
Again, I'm writing this fic that takes place from like 2003 to 2005. So Spotify has playlists like based on the Billboard Hot 100 of specific years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to, I think it was 2005, and Candy Shop came on, and I was like, oh, I remember Candy Shop.
Candy Shop is such a nasty song.
It is such a nasty song.
It's such a nasty song.
Everybody all upset about WAP. They obviously
no, because it's not at all the same. Because there are 2 completely different versions to Candy Shop. The one you hear on the radio is nowhere close to as bad as the actual one is. Like at least back when we were kids, they really would give you a completely different song. So then when you heard the edited, you were like, Yeah, nah.
I still think though, when you're talking about licking lollipops, and like, yeah, you don't get the innuendo as a kid, but then when you're listening to it as an adult, you're like,
Right, but so that's the whole point.
man,
As a kid, you would like they don't do that now. They're like, no, they actually say the words. It's
well,
there's
in
no like
fairness
mystery.
to Megan Thee Stallion, I'm sure there's like a parental advisory label on her album, and like
But
and
then
that song is
it doesn't change what they play on the radio. So like if you listen to the radio, what they allow now is not at all what they allowed when we were. Like for other like rap songs, they would completely change the words. So like if you knew both songs, you knew two completely different songs. It's not really the same now. Like as it gets more to like I did it, but I did it. Like they just like don't play something. They don't like come up with something different or anything like that. And that's like the difference. Is like it's different when you can have to like buy the explicit album to hear it, but when you can still hear explicit stuff on the radio, that's the difference for me. But I personally don't dislike the songs as an adult, but I do be like side-eyeing little kids singing it like that don't work.
I gotta find it.
Yeah, I don't listen to the radio just because I do have the Spotify Premium, so why not use it? But
right. See, WAP on Kids Bop. Right. Like, what do you say on Kids Bop? Please tell me.
Why would they cover WAP for Kids Bop?
Why would you even try? Because it's popular culture and everybody likes it, so we gotta do it. And it's like, that's not like that. I wouldn't even try that. Like, I'd just be like, no. Like,
There's a radio edit for WAP. It's wet and gushy instead of, the other thing. It's really weird.
But that's still like super duper. Like that's super duper explicit compared to compared to a lot of things. Compared to like run your mouth to your knees, or like unless you understand lyricism, you're not gonna know that means give somebody the thing. Like you're not gonna realize that. Is all I'm saying. But there were so many songs that came out when I was a kid that totally went over my head when I got older. Right, exactly. Like freaking Maya and Cisco is All About Me. No way did I know that was about what it was about until I became an adult, because it doesn't like I'm just saying times have changed. What he said, WAP on Kids Bop is so strange. There's like a homework version of WAP that went viral here. Oh wow. Don't even want to listen to that. Like, all right, like it's just I've never been a fan of like extremely explicit, like vulgar. Like I like wordplay. Like I like when you can say something but you're not actually saying it. Like to me that it shows a little bit of intelligence and creativity. To me though. But let's see, we got Chandra that got 271. Ashley fought Wonder Draft, no words or map. Dang. Laura said, I pinned a bunch of outline cards to my storyboard. That's awesome. Diana got 150. Woo woo. Ashley said, I finished my new outline. Ain't nothing like it. Delphi says, I'm not sure where I left off last time. I know that feeling for sure. All right, Deja 286 on homework. I see you. Everybody wishing Brit to feel better. Definitely gonna be sending love, light, and prayers her way. Miss LG said 125 and start to look at the Young Thug interview. Y'all, I'm telling y'all that video is hilarious. She said yes, and in one interview he said that Elton John is much better to work with, like sarcastically. I just cannot even. I've never been a Young Thug fan though. Like I've just never been a fan of his. There's some I've heard that and it made me laugh. Like there's one with this little girl and she's like, clean up your room before you get your butt beat. And I was like, you know what? I can deal with this. Like it was hilarious. It was hilarious. All right, that's really the Kids Bop's lyric. That's funny. First of all, the thong song is a masterpiece, but we shouldn't have been singing it. Okay, do you remember the video? Daddy, what's this? Yeah. Right. So here's the thing about Lil' Kim's discography. I'll be honest. I was an adult before I ever heard a Lil' Kim song unedited. And even the ones I didn't hear unedited, I was like, oh, she nasty. As a kid. Like, I knew as a kid, like, And I'm not gonna lie though, y'all, how many licks with Cisco? Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. Freaking amazing.
Did you guys see the trailer or the actual? Why am I echoing?
I don't know.
Am I unmuted?
You sound good on my end.
Okay. Maybe it was just a glitch on my end for a second. Did you guys see the remake of reboot, whatever it's called, of What Women Want, where it's What Men Want, and Taraji P. Henson stars in it?
Yeah, the remake. Yeah. I never seen the movie, but yeah, I knew it was a remake from because it was Mel Gibson did the What Women Want, right?
Yeah, and then Taraji P. Henson did What Men Want because she's like in a male-dominated field or whatever. There's a scene in the trailer. I didn't get a chance to watch the movie, but this one scene busted me up. So she goes over to a dude's house and spends the night. And when she wakes up in the morning, his kid is by the bed, and he has her underwear on his head as a mask. And he's like, I found your mask. Can I borrow it? Wakanda forever. And they're like,
I would be floored. See, so I grew up in like a very like super Christian home. So like the first secular CD that ever came into the house I lived in was Fantasia's first album. Like that was the first secular CD that like ever in the house. So everything I heard was always like either like videos on TV at somebody else's house or radio. And so that's why I was like I knew those versions like super duper well. So when I moved out and got emancipated and I was like, listen, and I was like, no wonder she didn't let us. No wonder we had to listen to the Praise Jesus radios because like these songs was really nasty. Like, yeah. I'm with So the only reason I know any Young Thug anything is he's like a feature on somebody else's song that I listen to. Like that's the only reason because boy, why? Like, why do you even exist? Okay, y'all, I'm gonna find this meme. And y'all are going to like low-key hate me and think that I'm a bad person. But it's this meme of Young Thug. And when I show y'all, I'm not going to tell y'all. I'm going to just let y'all see it because it's hilarious. But we are going to go to the Nickelodeon one. Okay. No, I got to take it off screen, right? So, or no, it's not.
Well, if you're on screen, you can just go down to the answer for number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then click the icon in the bottom right-hand corner and it'll take you back up.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I have to. Okay, here it is. And it's awful. And I'm not going to lie. It's such an awful picture. And it's an awful thing to say about somebody. But oh, freaking well. Like, it's that man. Okay. Where's the share screen button? Okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Y'all, when I saw this, I hollered. Because I was like, yo, who raised you and why did you come for this man's life so hard? But it made me laugh so hard when I saw it. I was like, that is probably the realest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, that is the most accurate description I've ever seen of somebody. So there you go. All right, we got the first question for Nickelodeon.
What horror anthology show asks kids a very important question related to its programming in the title?
All right, I'll give everybody a few seconds. And then while y'all get some seconds to get y'all answer up there. What Chandra said. Me too. We had a whole system to sneak stuff into the house. It involved me distracting my mom and my brother getting the music. Yo, no lie. I used to stay up late at night to record songs off the radio so I could have like music to listen to that wasn't the Christian albums that we could only buy. That was as rebellious as I got at that time, for sure. Michael said, I've got to pop out and go to bed. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Thank you. I will be co-hosting on Michael's channel tomorrow. Me, Michael, and Becca. So definitely catch us at 3:15 Eastern. I want to say it is.
I think it's 1:15. No, 3:15. That's right.
Right, because I was like, I think it's 2:15 my time. Usually.
Yeah, it's 1:15 my time. That's why I was like, no, it's usually at 1.
So Arthur JC says, anyone remember the song by As Yet called Last Night? So I do remember As Yet, but I don't remember what song it is. How does that one go? What's this? He's a much better featured artist, but his song 2B words get a me twerk out of me. I love it. Let's see. I do wish explicit songs were not a part of children's music, but music companies want young fans because a 7-year-old fan has more access to disposable income than a 17-year-old super fan. Yeah, they're different. I'm with Deja. There's so many rappers I think with young blank that I can't keep up, right? Yeah, I know, y'all. Don't judge me, but I saw that and I laughed so hard. Okay, so we ready to put the answer of what we think the show is in? All right, let's change our names.
See if I can type.
Okay, can I type? Golly, okay. All right. And are you afraid of the dark?
That is correct.
Correct. Oh, look at Stephanie chose it and got it right. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo.
There you go.
Also, low-key, if you go back and watch those as adults, they low-key were really creepy, like even for kids to be watching. Like I watched like the very first one and I was like,
Goosebumps.
This is not okay. Like this is a little, who told you this story? Like I had so many questions.
Like, how did you get to know this story, children who just sneak out and sit around a campfire in the dark?
Right. That was the other thing. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how y'all all snuck out the house in the middle of the night, walked to the woods, like
started a fire?
Can I just tell y'all how unlikely it was that even occasionally when there was a black kid that would ever freaking happen? Like, let me just be honest with you. Like, at the age that they're supposed to be, bruh, like, low key, Are You Afraid of the Dark is like the childhood entering into Get Out, low key. Like, how do you end up in that situation where it just don't, no.
My fellow white people do stupid shit.
Like, no. Like, there's no way. Like, I was 18 years old. And everybody was like, oh, we're going to go to this cabin in the woods for Halloween and have a costume party. And Cache, do you want to come?
Is there another Cache around here?
Right. Like, we got 2 Caches at this school? Explain to me, because you've known me for quite a while. When would I ever? Like, it don't make no sense. Okay, so last question before the sprint. Okay. Which half-hour sketch show helped launch the career of Kenan Thompson?
The theme song just popped into my head.
Right, I'm singing it in my head too.
Is that one too easy?
Well, for some people it may not be, because some people think it's a different show than it actually is. So there's that.
True. That's why I specified sketch show.
Right.
Instead of sitcom.
I mean, because it was the kids' version of that show to come on Saturday. If I tell you, you'll probably figure it out. But also, I would like to say I loved that for the song, it's TLC. Like, I just love that. Like, I just love that.
Ashley G in the chat is saying the same thing.
Right, it introduced me to TLC. Okay, all right, you ready to write it, Kaylee? And then after we change our names, we can sing it. Okay. All right, and
I can't really sing.
I got no rhythm. I got no rhythm.
Yep. So this is what we were saying, Ashley. This is the misnomer. Everybody, like, usually if you didn't watch all that, people think it was Kenan and Kel. And Kenan and Kel came from all that, just like the Amanda Show came from all that. Like, a lot of people got their spinoff shows because of how much people like their characters in all that. So yep.
Yeah.
Look
like
at that.
The Good Burger movie came from
the sketches from all that.
Oh my god, the Good Burger movie. I just remembered that existed.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Man.
I just remember the Good Burger movie existed.
Oh, it's on Netflix. I done watched it like 20 times since it's got on Netflix. No.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Watch it.
Like after that, I begged my mom for TLC albums. She actually got them for me. Yes.
I remember one of the sketches on all that was the library.
Okay, hold on, David. Did you say Kenan and Peele? I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. Kenan and Peele. Those are two different generations, boo-boo.
I would argue that without Kenan and Kel, Key and Peele would not exist.
Right. And honestly, Kenan and Kel will always be more funny than Key and Peele ever could be, in my opinion.
I have a question for y'all. It's a very important question.
Okay.
Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda. You gotta keep going. Keep going.
Who loves orange soda?
Kel loves orange soda.
Who
Is it true?
You know
Is it true? I do. Also, I follow him on Instagram, and he is like hilarious. Just loving it.
You should drop his handle in the chat so we can.
See, okay, Deja. I was trying to make sure. I was like, I hope she don't think I'm coming for her. No, they are definitely not the same thing. Key and Peele is way different from Kenan and Kel. Also, the language is totally different because Key and Peele is like Comedy Central and cuss and everything like that.
For adults, and Kenan and Kel was for kids on Nickelodeon.
Right.
Key and Peele does have this really funny sketch though, where they're texting each other and they're both getting different vibes based on the same texts, and it's
okay,
freaking funny.
Right, come on now, come on, Ashley. Kenan and Kel crawl so Key and Peele can fly. Right. Also, I feel like if we don't acknowledge that In Living Color brought us the creator that is James Carey, like you cannot talk about like sketch comedy and leave out In Living Color. It's freaking amazing. Like the Wayans, I'm just saying. Right? Thank you, Miss LG knew. She knew. She said, "Is it true?"
I've forgotten some of it, but it's
you're fine.
It's been 20 years since I watched it. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Nick had a few sports, physical challenge, reality TV programs in the 90s. Can you name one? Okay, so this will be the question going into the thing. Also, I can name a few only because when I was at my cousin's for a cousin session this last Sunday, we watched like 5 different ones of them because you can watch them on like Disney Plus now.
I remember like watching them, but now I don't know what the titles of them are.
My favorite one is the one that I feel like everybody is going to think of, but not say. Like some people will remember the title, but they'll remember the actual show over remembering the name of it. Does that make sense?
I remember it's like the one like where they're in like a Mayan temple. That was the one I liked.
That's the exact one I'm talking about. Exact one I'm talking. Like I was like, I know that's the one you're gonna think of.
I don't know what
it's called. I like how we didn't get to the 25-minute timer, but we will next time for sure. Y'all know I love seeing. Y'all see we always using the timer, so yeah, we'll do it better next time. Last sprint. I don't think there's a start thing on this one. I don't know. Hold on. Let's let this video play. Okay, so Nick had a few sports, and then I can put this on the banner. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm still laughing at when you sneeze.
Facebook ads are killing your business.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. You talk too much.
If you, Shay, I use, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I normally go to bed at 9, so it's like an hour past my bedtime. What the frick is this extension called? There's an extension that works better than ad blocker to block ads. It even blocks YouTube ads. uBlock Origin is what it's called, and you can get it for Chrome or for Firefox. I use Firefox because they take way less data than any other browser, but
right, I use Firefox too. If I would have, and honestly, the number one reason why I only do this is for like people's monetization. But now they putting videos on people who ain't monetized. Like y'all just trying to get money everywhere. Y'all ain't trying to help people.
I turn off the ad blocker sometimes for people I follow and like actually have smaller followings. For some of the bigger ones, like the Vlog Brothers, they're fine. They and I donate to other causes with them. So, but like for some of the smaller people who are still building up their followings, like Kate or you or other people, I'll turn off uBlock Origin for a second. But yeah, for bigger videos, I'm like, no, we ain't about those ads.
I definitely press pause. What are you doing? Okay, not you. I was talking to the computer. Not you. I was telling them.
No, feel free to press my pause button anytime. I talk.
No, you're fine. I. You don't know how excited I am that you're here. Like I have, like I have been enjoying myself for sure. Okay, hold on. You saw Homeo the Clown? Is that what we're talking about? Homeo the Clown? I feel like. Where is my mouse? Where is my mouse? See, this is why I'm glad at times that this is a touch screen, because this mouse just disappeared. There we go. Okay. In 3, 2, 1. Y'all write them words. Well, is it gonna start? Okay. Yeah, this dang timer. Don't judge me. All right. How did everybody do? I forgot that was on there. Let us know how you did in the comments. Huh?
I forgot it was there too.
I did. I was like, why do I hear myself? Oh, I didn't mean to click on that again, but it's still funny. I didn't mean to click on that again. I went to go back here, but it will always be funny. So I worked some more on the storyline and what I want to happen, and so I'm trying to remember like how stories are supposed to go and like things are supposed to look like they're going in a positive way, and then something like really negative happens, and so when she thinks she's getting close to finding out like who's been stealing, she finds out that she's wrong, but then her mother also announces that since the money hasn't been returned, she can't go on the trip she's planning to go with her best friend because they need her to stay, and so now like the animosity with her mother is growing because now but that's where I'm at. I got, how many was that? The most I've gotten all night. That was 300 words in that sprint. So yay. What about you guys?
My computer keeps crashing today, so mostly I've just been working on paper, just writing lists of things that I need to make sure get done before next week. And also I've been curating the raffle prizes. So I'm trying to just basically like figure out what prize is going to go where, because there's 3 mystery boxes. And I think I've already spent too much on them, and I don't care. I love making the prizes. It's so much fun.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be such a fun, and it's for a good cause. So like,
it is.
I'm with that. How about you, Miss Casey?
I stared at my word processor screen for like 3 minutes, and I think my brain is just so shut off at this point. I can't even like come up with something just basic to write. So I played a game on my phone instead.
You got to give your brain a break. That's okay.
But I want to thank you so much for toughing it out with us. Like, I appreciate you. I know like this is like late for you. So we'll have to definitely try to see when we can do like a daytime trivia night on like a weekend or something, so you don't get all tired out and whatnot.
Well, and it'll be, if I can say for a second, when I'm not going to be driving 2 hours to work every day, this will not be as big of a deal because I can stay up later and sleep a little later. And that day is coming very soon because my realtor called me this afternoon and told me that an offer that I had made on a house had been accepted.
That is so awesome! Congratulations!
So I'm putting all of the good luck out into the stream. Take it.
Yes, because I've been like really rooting for you like since you've been on this journey. So I'm so excited. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Real estate.
Man. But we had like a lot of people leave, so I want to make sure that we say goodnight. Chandra had to go to bed, so good night. Thank you so much for being here. It was lovely having you. Laura also had to skedaddle. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. And glad you got some laughs. And then Passport the Palette is also leaving and is saying, I'm off for the day. Errands to run and people to see. Thanks for the laugh, ladies. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. And then, of course, we got the love because you deserve it. You freaking deserve it. That's so awesome. Okay, Stephanie with the 705 words. Stephanie was like, oh, Alice ain't here tonight. Let me show up and show out. I feel it. I would have done the same thing. And I don't know if I read this already, but Diana with 298. Okay, so we want to.
If you scan, put your answers up first.
Right, put up.
I have no answer. Temple Run. I don't know.
Okay, so Shay, when you've got your answer, since there's a couple of them, I cannot remember all of them off the top of my head, but if you go forward a couple of slides, then we'll have all of the answers up on the screen.
Okay. All right, so get it off so nobody else sees it. It's only me.
Well, we've already answered the ones. We'd see a couple of questions, but not any of
that's
the
the one.
Okay.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and they made it into a stupid movie, and I'm like, why?
Okay, so the only ones that I remember are Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, and Double Dare.
Yeah, I looked up a couple.
Sorry.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I'd gotten them all, and apparently there was a show called Wild and Crazy Kids that was on for like a couple of seasons, and then there was a show called What Would You Do, which is not the one with John Quinones, but where they have them like they stop people on the street and be like, "How would you do this challenge? Do you want to try and do it?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And then they'd go back to the studio and be like, "How would you do it?" And then they like compare the results and see who's faster or better or whatever.
See, like I barely remember Double Dare until we were watching it again in my cousins. And then I was like, yo, look at these prizes that people thought was actually something. And now you live in 2021 and you couldn't imagine like playing for one of these. Like the car, it was like a low key. First of all, there was a car that they almost won and they don't even make the car no more. Let's start there. Like it's a car you can't even get. Like I was like, this is crazy. So yeah. You guys did good with your answers on this one.
You only get 1 point for this question, by the way, because I only asked you to name one.
Right, but they did really good.
Y'all did really good. I'm proud of you.
Y'all did awesome.
I got like 8 right for the whole entire night. So
good job. You only had like 7 questions, so you came out ahead.
Right.
Well, the Disney movie question counted as 2.
Right.
Actually,
yeah, 3. So you had 3 from Disney off top. So
there's one question I want to, if you go back to the Disney round real quick, Shay, I'd like to see if.
Okay. So let me not share it so that I'm sorry, y'all terrified me when y'all hollered at me. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on. I did something wrong. I'm sorry.
I was just like, no, wait, go.
Right, no, and I don't mean holler, like, let me clarify.
I know.
Really holler at me. I know she didn't. God, like, you got to say stuff extra for people.
All right. What question?
So go to question number 4, I think.
Okay. Wait, okay, there we go. No, wait, which way? Okay, there we go.
All right.
Okay. The Lion King is said to be based on what Shakespeare played. Wait, is it?
I know this one.
I feel like
you can shout it out.
Hamlet.
Okay, Hamlet. That's what I was going for. I was like, it's Hamlet, right?
It's not said. They actually did base it. At one point, they had Scar saying "Good night, sweet prince" as he tosses Mufasa off the cliff, and then that they like had to pull it back and realize like we're not quoting Hamlet directly.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I say supposedly is Kyle Colgren, who's also a YouTuber, did a really great video about the Lion King and the Shakespearean influence. And that's actually where I learned the fact of this next question, which is a bonus, because I think it's a question that it's a fact everyone should know, but like nobody does. So I always put it in as a bonus question whenever I talk about the Lion King. So there's actually a story from West Africa around Mali and what used to be the Mali Empire called The Lion King of Mali. And do you know the protagonist's name from that story?
No.
I don't know.
Is it also Simba?
No, it's Sundiata.
Okay. I actually know like 2 dudes with that name.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. So Sundiata he's like a mytho-historical figure. He might have existed, but it said that he founded the Mali Empire. And if you watch Kyle's video, he tells the story of Sundiata, and there's like an animation going on. It's really cool. And I just want everyone, Stephanie, did you know that? Stephanie answered it in the chat.
Yeah, and I think it came in right as you were saying it, so I think she did know it, like before you put it in there.
That's so cool. Yay. I honestly think more people should know about that, because Kyle makes the point in his video that it's weird how we think of a story set in Africa more readily as like Shakespearean than based on a story that actually comes out of Africa.
Africa, right, because we are we.
Bell and Piabo Bryson.
The only song I can think of is the Christina Aguilera from Mulan.
There you go. You're both right.
That's the only one I can think of.
Piabo Bryson actually did it with Beauty and the Beast too, but that was with Celine Dion. They used Piabo Bryson a bunch.
Yeah. Wait, there's all the people there.
Wait. Are you saying Peebo Bryson?
Oh, I always pronounce it Piabo.
Okay, I was like, wait, why does this sound low key familiar?
I know that's not his name, but I grew up. I would just read it, and it was always Piabo.
Read it right? No, like Bologna. You ain't gonna convince me that's baloney. I don't care what y'all say. You're not gonna convince me that's bologna. Bologna is what it looks like. All I'm saying.
So we used to do funny things like that at my household, and so like knife would be knife.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be like canoe. Like no, I used to get in trouble for that. Like if we had a substitute teacher and they made me mad, I would like read it like that. Like I'd read like this is how the word sounds, right? Right. Yeah.
Right. Well, but then my dad would do things with like ka-fork and ka-spoon.
Oh, nice. That's funny.
I gotta get my knife and my ka-fork and my ka-spoon.
Thank you. My Bologna has a first name. Like, how do you get bologna from that? Like, how?
It's not an English G. It's an Italian G.
The English language is, and this is why I don't understand that. People who say that America should have English as its official language. English is an amalgamation of Germanic, Celtic words, French words. We've even brought stuff from Spanish, Latin. Like the word fiance is a French word, and yet we automatically understand like that's the person you're engaged to. So like the English language itself has borrowed a bunch of shit.
Did I link that to the wrong slide?
Yeah, I was like, what am I doing wrong? I thought I was
not doing anything wrong.
Okay, hold on. Let's do this where I take this off. I thought I was being stupid, no lie. I was like,
no, I must have linked it bad.
But no, English language is a trip, so.
Are you just looking and seeing what all the questions are?
Yeah, I was like, what are these? I have no idea what these things are. None. I'm like, yo, I
think we're sober.
I would have been getting like, oh yeah, no, I wish you would have asked me these drunk, bro. Like, why do you think it's okay to ask me these questions? Like,
name a John Hughes movie, The Breakfast Club.
Right, that is right.
Wait, that's not John Hughes.
I was gonna say,
it is.
Yeah, 16 Candles is what I was gonna say. Okay, so what's the next one? What pair of 80s movies take place in 1955, 1985, and 2015 thanks to a special DeLorean? I know. Back to the Future.
Very good.
I knew that one. Okay, what else we got? In what movie does one of the protagonists express his feelings by saying, as you wish when he means I love you?
Princess Bride.
Yes.
I've never seen it.
Wesley and Buttercup.
I've never seen The Princess Bride.
It's cute. Watch it. It has Andre the Giant in it.
Yeah.
In what movie did Eddie Murphy play a cop pursuing a murder investigation from his native Michigan to California? Also, interesting enough, y'all know that they're bringing it back supposedly. They're bringing it back. They're doing a movie or something, right? It's what is it? Beverly Hills. Is that
Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah.
Yeah. You had it.
But yeah, so I feel like I was reading something that either they were bringing it back, redoing it, or something was happening with it recently. Perhaps best known for her music career, who won an Oscar for her turn on the big screen in Moonstruck. I've never seen Moonstruck, but let's see. Somebody known for their music career.
Kaylee got it.
What'd you say?
Cher.
Cher. Okay.
It was either her or Madonna, but I was like,
I was gonna say Madonna, and I was like, was Madonna in a movie and got an Oscar? I feel like I would have remembered her having an Oscar.
She's been in the movies, but she hasn't got an Oscar. I'm actually curious to see if you guys like the round of who wrote this.
Who wrote this? Okay.
If you want us to go through that one.
Okay, we'll do that one, and then that's not what I was trying to do. See, okay.
You can click through and then go to.
Oh yeah, because we already did
this one.
We already know. Yeah, that works. We already know.
And then now click the 80s movies.
Oh, okay. Go back and then click.
Yeah.
Got you. I'm learning.
Who wrote this?
Also,
So I included the cover and the title. And then
okay.
Say who
Stephen
wrote it.
King.
Okay, Stephen King.
Yeah. I could have done like any book of his. He had so many that came out in the 80s.
All right. Queen
Anne
of the
Rice.
Wind. Who?
Anne Rice.
Is that who wrote it?
Well, we'll see when we get to the answers. Keep going.
Okay.
No. Yes, Anne Rice wrote Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
This one might be tricky.
So I feel like I don't know who wrote this, but I feel like this font is very like typical of this writer. So I feel like I know this writer's name, even though I don't know this book. But I can't.
Do you know who wrote The Godfather?
No, I don't.
I was about to say Francis Ford Coppola, and he's a director. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it was a book before it was a movie.
I know.
Right. I'm waiting to see if anybody puts any answers in there. So far, I don't see one. The Pillars of the Earth.
Dan Brown. No, not Dan Brown.
I have almost every damn Brown book, I think. So I was like, I know that's not.
I was like, the Da Vinci Code, like it was the same dude. It's not the
Da
same.
Vinci Code came out in the 2000s, so no. This is a book that was published in the 80s.
Okay, so which one was Mario for? This one or the last one?
The Sicilian. Mario Puzo is.
Godfather too.
Ah,
Okay.
nice.
All right, and there's one more.
After this one or just this one?
This one is the last one, number 5.
I've never even heard of this.
You
heard of Clan of the Cave Bears? Stephanie is killing it.
Yeah.
Stephanie is the Pillars of the Earth, yeah?
I feel like Stephanie Kim Fowler is Pillars of the Earth.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Stephanie probably one of the most well-read people here, because, bruh, I don't know none of them. I knew number 1. Yeah. That was it. I knew it. There we go. I did. I ain't there.
And the only reason I know Anne Rice is because I watched that movie. I never read the book. I read it with the vampire.
Is that the Aaliyah movie, right?
Yeah. Aaliyah, yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, see, and I knew
so
the movie,
good in that movie. I'm so mad that it's a bad movie because she is so good in it.
Right. I love this.
I know they made a miniseries out of the Pillars of the Earth, but I never watched it. Despite the fact they had like grade A talent in it, I never watched it.
What film released during this time period is the first Disney animated film to take inspiration from the life of a real person? Pocahontas.
Yeah. Inspiration, you'll notice.
Right, because not truth.
Here's my problem with Pocahontas. Beautiful art, pretty decent soundtrack, terrible white propaganda. So I can't ever like watch it from beginning to end.
Right, no, I can't ever watch it.
I can like watch the beginning.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The only thing I watch from Pocahontas whenever I watch it is Savages. Because it's like the realest moment in history ever for me. Yeah. So that's the only thing like I ever watched from that.
You know
there's only one true line in that movie, and it's that these white men are dangerous.
These white men are dangerous.
It's a meme. It's a meme.
It's a meme. I've seen it. It was like the realest when Disney kept it too real. These white men are dangerous.
Pocahontas is bad to his people. These white people are dangerous. Don't go near them.
Bruh, and it's why, like, honestly, it's why I could not like Avatar. Because, like, I was like, all y'all did was sci-fi Pocahontas. Like, they call them savages and everything. You got a grandma tree and everything. Like, I don't understand. Like, who doesn't see that this is Pocahontas? Like, I don't get it.
Saw it. We all saw it.
Like, I have people arguing with me like it's
never
not.
seen Avatar, and I'm proud of it. I will not, because it's been like 10 years, 12 years at this point, and I've never seen it, and I'm never going to. I will go to my grave.
They're making more. Look, I understand we completely ripped off Pocahontas. I get that. It was still a good movie.
Do you know why James Cameron?
I thought the graphics and technology were good. I personally didn't want to sit there and watch a 3-hour-long version of Pocahontas dang near. Like, it don't take that long to tell the story.
No.
They destroyed Home Tree and I cried for a half hour, okay?
Man,
you know why James Cameron is making...
made me be like, what the hell is this? Like, I just couldn't.
Do you know why James Cameron is making more Avatar movies? It's because somebody went on Twitter and was like, do y'all remember Avatar 2009? Can you tell me any line from that movie? Do you remember who acted in it? If you go on Archive of Our Own, and they screenshotted Archive of Our Own and was like, Avatar was the highest grossing movie in the world for like a decade.
Right.
And there's like 20 fanfics for it. And half of them are Avatar The Last Airbender fanfics that got miscategorized. And James Cameron apparently saw that Twitter thread and was like, well, now I'm going to make more, because apparently nobody remembers my highest grossing movie of all time.
Bruh, it did not leave its mark on me, is all I'm saying.
It left its mark on like nobody.
I
really liked it.
I remember thinking, yo, all these colors are pretty, and that was like the extent of how happy I got during the movie. Like, the whole time, I was like, bruh.
Wait, billions of dollars to make the movie, and Shay's like, pretty colors.
That's legit how I felt. I was like, yo, the colors are pretty. I'm not going to play with Morgan. Morgan said, I know one line from Avatar. I see you, only because they say the same line in Titanic, and they were both directed by James
That's the name of the theme song for the movie, sung by Leona Lewis.
I cannot even.
It's the name of the theme song.
Do we remember Leona Lewis? She was good.
Man, she was. But like Avatar, bruh, I don't. Okay, we did the Lion King.
Sorry, I can't. Millions and billions of dollars spent in that movie. Shay's
and that was a whole lot of movie, and that was a whole lot of money for a really whack movie to me. Like, it just was whack. Like,
it's just the story of colonization.
And I mean, I know what's her girl's name. I know Zoe Saldana is happy because she got a job again. Because, bruh, she ain't worked in a while, so I know she done got excited. But like,
does she like? I would hope that she negotiated.
She just recently had a job. What do you mean?
She just recently had a child?
No, she just recently had a job. She was Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, and she's going to be again. The green chick.
Oh.
Zoe Saldana likes to paint herself.
You're right. I meant more so, well, no. So...
technically, Avatar didn't paint her. She did the performance. So performance is all her, and then they just overlaid the alien.
They just overlaid it all over. Because I was like
the facial movement.
Is she not going to look like her in the movie? Because I feel like the last thing I saw her in where she looked like her was our Guess Who?
No, she's been in Guardians of the Galaxy.
But I meant like looking like her, not looking like that. That's why I didn't like register in my head like Guess Who and Colombiana.
Yep.
But yeah, I read that too. Like, yeah, I forgot that the Guardians of the Galaxy, because I ain't seen them. So there we go.
She was like, at Crossroads with Britney Spears.
I remember that. I didn't watch that. I remember like the clips from it, because I never watched it. Like, it was like 13. Like, there was just some movies I just wasn't watching when everybody else was. Like, I remember people like, why are y'all watching 13-year-old girls do this? Like, why is this a movie, and why do y'all think it's okay to watch? I have so many questions.
Do you guys remember the first season of American Idol, and then they made a movie with Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini?
Justin Guarini? Oh my God.
No one's heard from in 20 years.
Right.
He actually went on Broadway.
Y'all were really trying to make them a romance. Like, y'all were really trying to make them a couple. Went nowhere.
He went to like Broadway and became a stage actor, and he's been in musicals and things like that since then. That was actually his goal. He didn't really want to be a pop singer.
I can see that.
Well, I
didn't really see him as a pop singer when I watched it, like remembering. But I also thought To My Regret should have won, so there was that as well. Like when she got dropped off, I remember like Simon's face, the two hosts' face, like everybody was like, "Wait, that was supposed to okay." And then for like 3 seasons, that would be what they would tell you to make sure your person wouldn't lose. We don't want another To My Regret situation. I was like, oh,
maybe that's why they started rigging it, was because they wanted, like, because Kelly Clarkson has a beautiful voice. She's a very good singer. But there have been some times, I think, in American Idol and some other shows where, like, people got kicked off and they were like, no, they were supposed to get the record deal.
I mean, Jennifer Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Yeah. Chris Daughtry didn't win, and he became a bigger deal than the actual winner of his season, I think.
Yeah, like there were like
Chris Daughtry started out on Idol.
Yeah. Oh, there's a kitten.
There's a lot of people that like had really good careers that didn't win, that were better than people that won. But I will say one of the best American Idols came from my state, Carrie Underwood. Yeah. She's also the only country singer whose songs like I actually know some of. It's an Oklahoma thing.
You know who you might like, Shay? Casey Musgroves.
Okay.
She actually won a Grammy in 2019 for the album she put out that year, Golden Hour, which is just it's a nice record. It's not. I don't say this to be mean. It's not like mind blowing or shattering, but it's a very good record and it's a fun record. And I do think she deserved to win for it because the writing is pretty clever at points.
Yeah.
So.
See, and that wasn't. Carrie was one of my favorite singers. I know. I dug my kid to the side of this pretty little souped up 4-wheel drive. I to his leather seat. I ain't never did it, but she made me want to, is all I'm saying.
She made me want to find somebody's car and fuck it up.
She made me want to. Also, when she was like, the 2 black Cadillacs, man, I love me some Carrie. But so here's the thing is, I can understand being glad she didn't win. She definitely deserved to get farther than she did. Like, she did not go nearly as far as she should have went. And that, like, has always been my thing. But that was a big thing because that was when, like, they were very big on, like, weight and whatnot for who won. And they didn't really want, like, they were caring more about people's image than whether they were actually going to be the best singer.
Yeah, but it wasn't just weight. It was heavy women because then Ruben Studdard.
He won. He was, like, the runner-up in season 2.
Yeah. So it's more about she was a woman, and she was heavy, and a whole bunch.
And she was black.
And she was black. Can't let her win, no matter how beautiful and wonderful she is. That's why I stopped watching it. I was sick of it.
Yeah, I think actually out of everybody, Kelly Clarkson probably got the best deal because I think they did a very limited record contract for her, but she is a good talent, so she ended up blowing up. So after her second record, she was kind of able to go off and do her own thing, whereas everybody else got locked into like a 5-record contract. And I don't think many of them made it out of that because then they got dropped when they weren't like getting the numbers.
And they also had to follow in her footsteps, basically.
Right.
Like,
and the thing is like, we have to acknowledge that part of the reason she did so well is she was the first. Like that happens when nobody else has done it. Like that becomes a thing.
So now everybody's being compared to Kelly Clarkson, and
that part, like I feel like for some reason in America we don't know when to let stuff go. Why is there another Fast and the Furious movie coming out? Can someone please tell me who decided we needed to see them again? Like I love Ludacris, I love Tyrese, but why?
Why did we need 15 seasons of Supernatural and they weren't even gay by the
wait
end?
a minute now. Pause. You going a little too far.
No.
See, you go willy-nilly over here, Casey. Hold on. I'm just playing, but no, Supernatural.
What upset me about that finale is they freaking queer baited us, the jackasses.
Oh, I knew they were going to do it.
12 seasons they're talking about Destiel. All of a sudden, I love you, Dean, and the empty takes him and he dies. He
goes immediately to Turbo Hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Everyone's like, well, Dean wasn't gay. And I'm like, I don't need Dean to say I love you back. We just need to admit that Cass, this male-presenting figure, is in love with another man.
And then not immediately bury your gaze. Or even, you know what, I would have been, I knew they were going to do this. I'm not a Supernatural fan. I've gotten involved in the fandom since the show ended a little bit. But I think it would have been nice if, and I think this was filmed because Misha Collins he hasn't been able to express how upset he was, but fans have been like, something's up with Misha. And because he's really in the fandom, Shay. You don't know who this person is, but he really talks to the fans.
I know who Misha Collins is.
Okay.
Yes, I follow him on Twitter and Instagram. He is very into it. He be doing lives and everything. Don't come for me. Here's the thing.
No, I'm sorry.
Here's the thing though. I there are seasons that I haven't seen because it started to get like a little bit too much for me, the writing. And it was like, I'm going to wait until it's finished to go back and watch them all. But yes, like...
Okay, so you know who Misha Collins is.
If you ever dated me, you've had to watch Supernatural. And you watch it. And if you were like, it's demonic, I'm scared. No, you're going to sit here and you're going to watch it. And we're going to watch it. And I'm pretty sure almost every person I dated is a bigger fan of Supernatural than I am now. Because of like how much I'm into it. Casey came.
I'm sorry. I thought when you said you were joking, I thought that meant that you'd never seen it. Okay. So
no. I was saying I hadn't finished it. So I haven't finished it.
I'm clear now. I'm cool. So like everybody who like followed Misha was like, something's wrong with him. And so I think there was like at least a reunion scene in heaven where they got to have like a hug or something. And that they cut it out at the last minute. Like they lied to
Corona. They had to completely, like, there was supposed to be a bigger reunion scene. We were supposed to see John, Mary, all the people that died. We were supposed to see everybody.
Oh, don't tell me that. Now that's gonna make me mad that y'all didn't. I would have F Corona. We can wait and you can give me that indie. Because I personally would love for them to see their parents at the end is all I'm saying. Like after everything we'd have been through.
Yeah. So I have a question for you both. Are you fans of John Winchester or are you neutral on him? Or how do you feel about him?
I love me some John. I love me some Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay, no. Do you like Jeffrey Dean Morgan or do you like how John Winchester treated his sons?
Okay, so here's my thing. Is I'm a very logical person. So like knowing and understanding that at least the way that the story is presented of how he learned about what everything was, like him not knowing and how even when they changed history, it still ended up being that she lost both her parents and everything like that. And that was it. And then him not even finding out until the day she died on the thing. I understand it all. I do think he was harder on them than he had to be. But I do think given the circumstances, parents in those situations are harder because they're trying to like toughen you up and prepare you for the situation. So it's not like I agree with everything that he did, but I understood like the logic and the reasoning and where it came from.
Okay, so I think I can tell you this.
He was an asshole.
For what I've seen.
Yeah, I think I can tell you this thing though, because I've seen 2 great posts about John Winchester on Tumblr, but they are somewhat anti-John Winchester. So I just wanted to make sure that we weren't in John Winchester's house right now. It's not the Mystery Mansion. Okay. So the first is that the Supernatural writers accidentally made it canon that John could not be Dean's biological father, because at one point we see that John's blood type is AB positive, and then in season 9, when they're trying to de-demon Dean, we find out his blood type is O positive. And that's literally impossible.
Right.
And all of the comments on this post were like, get cucked, John Winchester. Because there's so many people in the fandom who are so upset about how like John abused the boys and then what they did in later seasons. And yeah, anyway, I just thought that was funny. The second post I saw, which was more of less anti-John Winchester, kind of in some of the reactions, but more of an intriguing, like, what could have been? Apparently, Eric Kripke thought it would be an interesting idea to start out that in season 1, Dean actually killed John. Like, he later went back on that, but he set it up in the first couple of episodes, like when Dean says that John has been on a hunting trip, he's actually killed John for some reason. And then in the Bloody Mary episode, I was like, Mary in the mirror, and that's not a thing. In the Bloody Mary episode, when his eyes bleed, that's because he's actually killed somebody recently, and it was John. And then he was like, he went back on it, and John was there. And, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like being on the outside looking in is always like, yeah, it's so much easier to do this way and be this way as a parent. But like coming from like being 30 something years old, the love of your life has just been murdered, and you find out like all these things that you never knew existed. And he's obviously like, even in the like thing, it didn't seem like he was one of those fathers that was like always in the home anyways. Like it looked like he had a job and work and things like that. And Sam was like, what, 6 months old?
Yeah.
So like, he was a baby.
Right. So like I feel like I feel like what I don't like is when people aren't understanding to how situations transpire. Like,
and I can see how you come down on that side, because honestly, I think I agree. I think what people get upset about is how in the show, like, they acknowledge how tough John was and how he could even be abusive at times to the boys. But then later on, as the seasons go on, it's like, oh, all of those good old times with Dad. Like, Sam and Dean talk about how they hated their father at times because of how he treated them. And then they just sort of forget that as time goes on. So I don't think people actually hate John as a character, because they recognize that it's like he is a character and he is responding to this like incredibly stressful situation. But they're more talking about like the bad writing that surrounds John Winchester.
Well, I will say, as someone who grew up in an abusive home, you guys have heard me talk about my grandmother multiple times, and I always speak very highly of her, and I speak about all the good times and everything like that. Because when that person dies, like, yes, I understand you did a lot of shitty things. I'm not excusing anything that you did, but I also understand the mindset that you had and the reasoning behind what you did. And if you knew better, you would have done better, but you didn't know better because you didn't know what you were doing. Like, you had never been in this situation before. So as someone who would be in the Dean and Sam's thing, it's not like that you forget. It's just that this person is gone, and I can't keep being mad at you or holding you responsible for this thing that I know that you did when your intention was to do the best for me. Right. So that's just a different perspective as somebody who's been in that situation. And like, from what I've seen, which I haven't been all the way to the end, it wasn't like he was like physically abusing them. It was like emotional and mental. So was he like punching like them in the chest and blah, blah, blah? Because from what I've seen, it didn't get to that, like where they were actually like physically as children, like getting beat.
When you're taking them on demon hunts when they're teenagers, yeah, that's putting them in physical danger though. That's you.
But I feel like, but that's what, had his mom not made that deal, like that would have been their life, because that was what they knew. So I don't think that was abuse, and more so that's preparing you for these things that are real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, I feel like it seems like abuse, but if in the situation that these monsters took your mother, and I've done research and I know that it's because of something that's in your family's bloodline, so they are going to come for you, I'm preparing you for when that happens. Now, the way he went about it, not agreeing with it all, but the thought process behind it and what was being done for somebody who's never been in this before. Because, like, for me, I'm more mad at the mom. Because had you been honest and told him, the kids probably wouldn't have been raised this way. but you kept this a secret and you didn't say something. So you left him a soldier to figure out how to do anything but being a soldier. Like, I think that's something else you got to think about. Like, the dynamics of what happened, right? But yeah, again, that's just from someone who's been in abusive situations. Like, hey, this definitely.
No, and I get that too, because like my parents were like that a lot when we were growing up, because that was how they were raised. So they had like this mentality of like, you do what I say and not what I like. There was all these toxic behaviors that they had, and now that we're adults, my siblings and I, they don't really do that anymore because we don't let them, because we're like, bye, I just won't talk to you until you get over this.
Right.
And so it's different. But yeah, no, I think, like I said, I think it's more a matter of like, there's inconsistent writing. I had the thought of like, they should have hired Cachet to write on Supernatural. And
they are super inconsistent. So y'all know, like, Frasier is my show, bruh. The inconsistencies on Frasier, like, there's in season 1 or 2, he don't have a brother. In season 5, his brother's son is about to get married and they weren't invited to the wedding. Like, I just be like, so I feel you on the inconsistencies. Like, what stuff is gonna be adding up? Like, come on.
It is 1 a.m.
Right. I saw that. We went way longer. But that's what happened when you start talking about Supernatural. We got a whole 30 minutes extra. We were almost done, and Supernatural took us another 30 minutes.
So OMG Angel, just to clarify on the blood type thing, because I see you in the chat saying Dean could have had his mom's blood type. If somebody has an AB blood type, their kids will either have an AB or an A or a B. There's no way they could have an O blood type. You have to have 2 parents with an O blood type to get a child with an O blood type. And that's how blood typing works. So if somebody has an AB and their kid has an O, I hate to break it to you, but it's not biology, baby.
That's the thing.
It was probably just something that they overlooked.
Right. Like,
it's an inconsistency again.
Like, it's just a form that you just typed up and put on the thing so that it's there in the screen, and don't think anybody's going to sit there and pause. Let's look at this. No, that says AB.
So many people do, though.
Like, you don't think about that when you're creating the show, that people are going to do that, but people are definitely going to do that.
Well, and I think somebody brought up that O positive is a universal donor. So I think they were trying to make a metaphor about how much Dean gives to his community and to his brother and his family. Mm-hmm. And that's a good metaphor. But why do you have John Winters? No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, it's a whole thing. But I think I like reading supernatural AUs and things like that. I'm into the fan fiction right now. My dad is an O and my mom is a B. Yeah, I think that can happen, but when it's an AB, that's when it gets complicated. He had an AB positive or an AB negative.
That part. Like, I would never write about it, but if you ask me, I could tell you all the inconsistencies in Frasier. But I never go make a whole post and all this other stuff. Like, no. Like, it's very simple things. Like, I never had a brother, but if I did, and then I haven't seen my brother in 4 years.
Isn't Niles his brother?
No. So the dad, Martin, the dad, says that he never had a brother, and then later on, like season 5, there's an episode where his uncle married this Greek woman, because the episode's called "Beware of the Greeks," and Frasier gave his cousin the advice that he should follow his heart, and instead of going to medical school, he became a juggler.
Yeah, but no, do they ever address the fact that Dad has an American accent and the 2 sons have a British one? Do they ever address that? I haven't watched Frasier in like a decade.
Frasier and Niles do not have British accents. What are you talking about?
They have like really posh British accents almost.
They're not British
at all. They sound snobby and uppity, but they don't sound like British. And it's interestingly enough because Martin Crane is actually British. Like, the guy who plays him he became a U.S. citizen like after being like an adult, but he's actually British.
But they sound so different. That's the one thing I remember about that show.
But no, like, they talk about it all the time. Like, his kids are just uppity.
Oh, okay. They're uppity.
Like that's the whole point. Is like he's a regular American like dude, and his kids just are like really uppity and snobby, and like that's the whole show. Frasier is my least favorite character.
On a show called Frasier.
Niles is my favorite. Niles, man.
Sorry, what?
Man, I'm because Frasier is not likable. Like Frasier is genuinely like the least likable character to me.
I can't.
You know what?
I think that's the purpose of the show.
You know what you need to watch, Shay? There's a movie called Down with Love, and David Hyde Pierce is one of the characters in it. One of the actors.
Okay, I have to see this.
Sarah Paulson is in there as well, and Renee Zellweger and Ewan McGregor. Okay. And they're kind of the four mains of it. There is not a person of color in sight in this movie.
There's like two people of color throughout the whole 11 seasons of Frasier dang near. So like, yeah.
It's also made in 2003. There is a small plot line where someone thinks David Hyde Pierce's character is gay, and it's not the worst it could be, especially for like 2003. But looking back at it from 2021, you're like, we would have done that differently today. What I think is hilarious
is how often that came up for him and being gay, and like he was openly gay, so it was not like he was like hiding it. So like because that it comes up for Frasier and Niles, like they act very feminine, they don't act manly. So like Frasier ends up thinking he's setting Daphne on a date, and the dude thinks they're on a date together, and it's awesome. It's one of my favorite episodes. I go back and watch it all the time.
Frasier is her least favorite character in the show called Frasier.
Yes. If anybody, I've not met anybody that watches it that doesn't necessarily agree. Like he's definitely not the favorite. He's just a very like arrogant, rude, like he talks down to people all the time. Like he just yeah. At least now it's got redeeming qualities. Like that'd be my thing. But I love it because I love like the snappy, witty retorts and like sarcasm back and forth. Like that's my jam. So, but all right, y'all, we have been going for quite a while. It is over 3 hours on this live. We do not need to be up any longer. This has been fantastic, though. So I am excited for these once a month trivia nights or days, however we'll end up making them happen. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys would like to do your outros, and then we can say goodbye and good night.
Sure. Once again, I'm Casey. I'm not really on YouTube much, but you can check out my podcast, Umbrella Genre, where my co-host Naomi and I talk about books under the speculative fiction umbrella. Thus, it is an umbrella genre. I just like drew a friggin' umbrella there. We're on pretty much every podcast app, Spotify, Apple, you name it. We're there almost. Once again, that's Umbrella Genre with Casey and Naomi, and occasionally Munch, my cat.
Aww.
Hi, everybody. This is Tiny Scribe. Call me Kaylee. My stature is tiny. My words are not. I write sci-fi and paranormal romance. Coming up May 8th, we do have the Trevor Project Write-a-thon. It is a charity write-a-thon to support the Trevor Project, which provides support services for LGBTQ youth, including a hotline where if they're feeling like they're going to harm themselves or kill themselves, that they can call to get help with that. And you can get more details about that on my Twitter, which is same handle, also Instagram, same handle everywhere @TinyScribe. And I just hope everyone stops by so that way we can do writing streams all day and donate to this worthy cause.
And I am not Legends of the Hidden Temple. I am Shay, and this is the end of the stream. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, whether you watch now or on the replay, especially because this last hour was definitely just talking and not writing. But I had a fantastic time. It was great getting to see you and talk to you, Casey and Kaylee. And thank you, Britt, for co-hosting with us. I know you've long gone to sleep. Y'all have a great rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow on Michael's channel at 3:15 Eastern. Saturday we got Short Story Saturday, and then Sunday I will be doing Self-Care Sunday, co-hosted with the Intuitive Artist, as well as another Fictioneer stream on Author A.S. Renner's channel. It's gonna be a long weekend. Get these words with me, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.